All right, there we go.
Jarecki here with Tommy Richards. Today's Tommy Talk. And, Coach, it just was a rough game yesterday. 3-1. It really was decided on one hit. And just feels like so many times so far this season, just as we begin, the pitching has really been there. It's been solid. But ultimately, the hits really haven't come together. And it just feels like the pitching really has been carrying this team. Do you feel like the pitching is the identity of this team? And do you feel like hitting is going to be the difference down the road for you in a lot of games?
Yeah, that's a great question. I really do think that the pitching has been the strength. Look at all these games. We're in all of them for the most part. I think we got a little squirrely up there in Wenatchee, but the pitching has been our strength. I think specifically our bullpen has been a strength of ours, and I love that. I think that you got to have a strong bullpen if you're going to be a productive club. So I'm excited about that. We have been struggling offensively. There is no doubt about it. I think it's about the process, and that's what we're going to focus on. When things are going good, it's easy to stick to the process and believe in yourself. When things aren't going good, that's a little bit more of a challenge. For us, we got to stick to the process, be convicted about it, have belief in what we're doing, and I think that down the road that will pay dividends for this club.
I mean, we talk about the lack of offensive success. The team's currently last in the WCL in batting statistics. What can you accredit to the lack of offensive success?
Well, I think that we're still finding our identity. I think that it's the art of war, man. If you know yourself and know your enemy, in 1,000 battles you'll see no peril. I don't think we necessarily know who we are yet. We haven't discovered what makes us productive and successful individually, and then tying it all together and putting a lineup together. We haven't found that right formula quite yet. So it's been tough. There's no doubt about it. Obviously, we wish those numbers and metrics were different, but all we got is today. And I thought the process was good today. As coaches, we need to figure out, the best path forward as far as the daily work goes for the offense and batting practice and early work, and it's a work in progress.
Let's talk about this game a little bit. Theo Millis, he did allow the home run, but he had 6 innings, 4 strikeouts. So it was a pretty solid performance for him. What was your overall thoughts on his outing?
I thought it was a really quality start. I thought it was a quality start for sure. Baseball's a tough game, man. Your day can be ruined on one pitch, and obviously he had settled into that game nicely. I don't want to say he was on cruise control, but he had settled in, and then it escalated quickly. And 1 or 2 pitches changes the ball game, and homer, and all of a sudden we're kind of chasing the lead. So, but I thought his start was really good, and I thought our bullpen came in and did their job. Escobar with 2 innings, and then Hammond came in and did a good job there. So, with the pitching staff, I thought they did a great job.
Cole Kleckner yesterday, he was the bright spot offensively, had a couple of hits. What did you think about having him in that number 9 spot in the order?
Yeah, I think just kind of a chance for him to take a breath and maybe refocus a little bit, maybe take some of the pressure off of him that's what I was kind of hoping to achieve. I think he's a good player. I think he's had a lot of experience, a lot of at-bats this year. He's out tonight. He needs a day. He played every day at Lane, and he's been playing a lot in the early going here, so he needs a day off. But I love the drag bunt that he laid down, a little left on left drag bunt, perfect placement, and love seeing his game. And he's an actions guy. He runs really well, and he can produce in a lot of different ways. And so it's good to see the drag bunt, and hopefully we can get him heating up there.
Replacing Cole Kleckner in the outfield is Jalen Ray today. We saw Jalen Ray at shortstop yesterday. Yeah. How do you plan on using him throughout the season, and what did you like out of him yesterday?
Oh, man, there's a lot to like about Jalen. When he came in yesterday, I told him, why don't you go do early work in the outfield, and we'll see how that goes. And he's like, well, what do you want me to primarily do this summer? And we were like, you're a primary outfielder, right? He goes, no, I play them all. And so we had the opportunity to move him around in early work, and we were thinking, holy moly, this guy can pick it really good in the infield. So it's kind of a surprise. We figured he would be more of an outfielder, and then he came yesterday, really good actions. So we're going to use him as a Swiss Army knife. He'll be in the outfield, and he'll be in the middle infield. So I think he's a productive player, a guy that had a really good year. So we're excited to see what he can do.
Lastly, Isaac Evanew's getting the start today. We've seen him out of the bullpen, but he's getting the start today. What made you decide to put him in the starting role today, and what are you hoping to see from him?
Well, I just think the outings that he's had out of the bullpen have been really good, and I think he brings really good pitchability, but also just a mentality of trying to dominate. And I think he earned his way into the rotation. He's got a really good slider in the mix. It's a plus pitch for sure. And I think we have the ability to get to the lineup a few times with him. So He's a local guy. He's a strong kid, and he's got a will to him that's awesome. He's competitive, so I think he gives us a good chance.
Thank you, Coach. Good luck today.
Thanks, man.